Jones here, theheartmatters.com. Welcome to this month's issue of Ask the Coach. The topic comes from Gail from Connecticut. Thank you, Gail, for this great question. How can you tell when a man is available, emotionally and otherwise? I keep getting fooled and ending up in these disastrous relationships. I desperately need to have better radar. Fabulous question. I can certainly relate from my old days, those good old days. There are going to be two parts to my answer today. One is going to be just the signs to watch out for in a man. These are not absolute. There are no rules, but just definitely things to pay attention to if you encounter any of these things on your dating journey. So, he doesn't follow through with what he said he would do. The amount of time he spends at work leaves little time for anything else. He lives very far away. I'm not a fan of long-distance relationships. The work he does is unfulfilling. He doesn't like it. He complains about it. Men are so defined by what they do, typically. You notice that he drinks, smokes, or gambles too much. He spends an inordinate amount of time with his parents. Now, the caveat there is if one or both of them are sick, then of course you want him to care that much about his parents. His divorce is not final. My rule of thumb, he must be divorced at least a year. He must have had at least one transitional relationship. The way he talks about his ex, angry, bitter, resentful, full of emotion, not taking responsibility, very dangerous. Now this one's tricky because it can feel really yummy, especially to our egos. But if a man right away just can't get enough of you, he is calling you, texting you all day long, wants to spend 24/7 with you, that is not about you. He doesn't even know you. That is more about him. Dangerous sign. And I know that's tough. His financial situation is a disaster. Even with the economic situation the way it is right now, if he is really in trouble, how much of him is available for you? Just think about that. Even with things like Donald Trump, who went from bankruptcy back to multi-bajillionaire. Just something to watch out for. He seems to be too needy of your approval. Now, we are so important to men. Our approval, our appreciation, our respect, our admiration, that's like high test in their tank. But if he needs it, if he's a bottomless pit, it just means he doesn't have it for himself. Very dangerous. If after several dates, he is still attached to dating, maybe it's even just one person, but if he's still dating and he's not ready to move into exclusivity, that's a bad sign. Okay, you're in his car or his apartment, home, whatever, and it looks like a teenager who lived through a cyclone. That's how he takes care of himself and his stuff. Bad sign, possibly. Or he's depressed and he's not taking care of it. He's not seeing a professional. He's not on meds. Another thing to watch out for. Those are my items on my list. If I missed any, I would love to hear. Karen@theheartmatters.com. Just send me an email. Add to my list. It would be great. Now, this is the first part of today. The other part, and this is all about energy, the law of energy, like gravity. It just is. It's not personal. It's not judgmental. It's just a consequence of energy, which is what might you be doing to be attracting men who are unavailable? So I'm going to read you a list. Just see if any of these things are going on for you. And if they are, please take care of it. The first one is, are you feeling unworthy of having what you want, the kind of man you really want? Is a part of you not fully available? And a big one is, do you have a man hanging around because he's good enough for now? Do you have a man you're still emotionally attached to and you can't really let go? Get him out of the space so that you can really invite in a man who is fully available. It's very interesting how that works. Is a part of your life not working and you're hoping to have some knight in shining armor come swooping in to save you? The only way that that's probably likely is if you have a man who wants control. And if that's true, he probably does not have the kind of confidence that you would want. So take care of your life. Get it in a place where you are happy with you. Do you have a crutch or an addiction that you're not taking care of? Handle that before everything else, please. You're going to attract who you are. Are you a chameleon woman, meaning you become what you think a man would be interested in? Let's think about it. What you've just done is you've abandoned yourself. You've said, who I am is not worthy of being with. I'm going to go become somebody else. And that's who you're going to attract. So don't do that to yourself. So to wrap up, just know that you are inherently worthy of having what you want. and you're going to attract who you are. So if there's anything going on for you that's interfering with attracting a man who's available, please take care of yourself and handle it. And until next month, have a great one.